want to talk with you for a few moments out of Ecclesiastes, the ninth chapter, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. I want to talk from the subject, the hand. The hand. The writer of the text is actually talking about the destiny of the believers. He placed a piece in the passage that say to us that we will not be here forever. And I don't know about you, but we must live the best that we can live each day. The time is rapidly moving, and many of us are guilty of putting off until tomorrow. Do I have a witness in here? Have you been like me where you say, well, I would just wait until tomorrow? But you know we are not guaranteed that we're going to wake up tomorrow. We ought to want to do it while we still can. What we can do today, that's what we ought to do. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Work while it is day. Can I preach in here this morning? Night coming when no man can work. So the text say, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it. Listen to the words, if you please. You do it. You do it because there is no work, nor device, nor wisdom, nor knowledge in the grave where thou art going. Every one of us is headed to the grave. And there's an open grave waiting for every one of us. It's there. You may not want to admit it, but it's waiting on you. What kind of legacy you are going to leave? What are you doing now that will be talked about once you go? Have you ever thought about what folks may say about you after you have gone on to glory? Well, I don't want them to talk too much about what kind of job I had. I don't want them to talk about what kind of house that I built. I don't want them to talk about how much money I have. But you know what I want them to be able to say? That I was a born again Christian. I wish I had some help up in here. Because what man think of you is not important. It's what God have in store for you. The text says, now whatsoever thy hands find it to do. And then it said, do it. And I thought I would share with you, he brought us here to work and to labor. He didn't bring us up here to be lazy. As my daddy would say, I can't stand sorry folks. He didn't bring us here to walk around with our pants hanging down. Take all we can do to keep them held up. It won't work on a job. Isn't it strange how we spend a lot of energy holding our pants and won't spend 10 minutes on a job, and then you still at home with mom and daddy? Y'all need to run them out of there so that God can use them. Use what you have. You got two hands, you ought to work. No, nothing wrong with your hand getting a little tough. Some of us want to walk around and act like we are women. I know somebody gonna hate me when I leave from here today. When I find a man's hands ain't got nothing tough about them, I know they ain't doing much. Oh, y'all talk to me up in here. Use what you have. Utilize what God has given. And I come to tell you, don't be afraid to venture out. If you fail, that's nothing new. Some folks are embarrassed because they failed one time. Failure has always been on the agenda. Failure has always been on the record. But the joy of it is, that's when you fall, get up. Fall again, get back up. When you fall again, get up and keep getting up. Keep getting up until eventually you will be able to stand. Nothing wrong in falling. Nothing wrong in failure. See, because when you fail, God is only maturing you. Because hear me, when I tell you failure is good for you. If you don't know anything about failure, you won't know how to be successful in standing. But if you fall a few times, you then will realize and recognize that God got me up the last time. And if he got me up then, he's still in business. And he can still get me up over and over and over again. And you know, I'm a living witness that I done failed many times in life. But it's good to know that you got somebody that will pick you back up. Can I get a witness? So don't let people talk you out of what God had talked you into. No, 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 because God plus any number is the majority. Paul wrote in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10, if any man will not work, neither should he eat. Are y'all with me in here? Do it with all your might. So just two things to me. Do your very best. And do it while you still have strength. The day will come when you will have to lay down your tools and make way for your younger and stronger workers. Watch what he say, whatsoever thy hand. And I wonder, why did the writer use hand? The preacher, if you look in chapter 1, verse 1, this is the preacher talking. It looked like it was a misprint in the text. But look like to me, if he want to use a word that began with H, he will have said, here, heart, or head. Romans chapter 10 says, without the heart, man believeth unto righteousness. And with the mouth, that's a part of the head confession, is made unto salvation. Paul said, from the heart flows the issue of life. But it does not say head nor heart. He says hand.